So we receive a lot of questions every week about how to increase hand speed. Now normally we look to improve the rate of force development from foot all the way through to fist. So the main thing that we need to target is lower body force development, rotational function, mobility and strength, and to be able to accelerate that fist towards the target. But we look at trying to improve that upper body strength and force development, as this is the final piece of the jigsaw as we're transferring that force from foot all the way through to fist. Now in pressing exercises, what we see is a little bit of a dip in velocity as we press through the movement, so a little bit of deceleration, and this is due to the sticking point, because we're going to talk a little bit later about the snap of the punch, how the muscle activation drops and then increases again towards the end range. So boxers find it quite difficult to keep accelerating all the way through the movement when they're on their dumbbell chest press, bench press, landmine shoulder press, activities that are a little bit heavier on pressing movement. So when we go into strength speed and speed strength phases, look to try and do throwing or plyometric pressing exercises, as the trend is more looking like a punch as we're accelerating all the way through the target, because the increased acceleration will transfer into higher punch forces. So in this next section, we're going to be showing you the different exercises that we use to help increase upper body acceleration. In this video, we're going to show you how to do a plyometric press up with the bands. Now the reason why we use the bands is to assist the movement, to make the exercise more effective and safer to perform. Now the reason why we use a band is because when we do it, a plyometric press up from the floor, not a lot of athletes have the strength to maintain that posture, so they try and gain momentum using an extension of the spine or a little bit of a kipping of the hips. We're wanting them to keep strong and power all the way through the movement. Also, if they're not able to get off the floor as high, they've got to change that acceleration into deceleration straight away, and again they might lose posture on that, so that makes the exercise not as safe and not as effective as using the bands. So Callum's going to be getting into the band just around the rib cage, midline of the chest, and it's going to be directly underneath the anchor point or just in front. It's going to get into a press up position, so hands on level with shoulders. It's going to come down into the start position and then drive up, accelerate through, and then catch it. There's a soft elbow flexion to control the catching phase, but we don't want to go all the way down. So try and catch it as high as possible this time. Soft elbows still, but we're controlling that, so we've got that eccentric movement. So you can see the band is helping him accelerate all the way through the movement and maintaining that posture throughout. Now there's a few different ways we can do this. Callum is using the stretch shortening cycle at the moment, but we can actually take this away. So we're going to start from the bottom, Cal. Hold it, hold, and go. And now we're using that concentric power, that force production. This is more applicable to boxing, especially for single arm punches, as we've got the fists in nice and tight and we're generating that force from this position. We're not pulling back. So this, like kind of the first one is more towards like combination punching and force development, but this one is, the concentric one is more beneficial for boxers. We can actually challenge the eccentric phase a little bit more by doing this repeated. So Callum, just get into that press up position again. And we can do repeated plyometric press up. Again, this is just to try and increase that stretch shortening cycle more towards like combination punching. So yeah, let's go 5 reps. Good work, well done. So yeah, that is the end of the progression really. You do that with more stronger, more advanced athletes. You found that more difficult, that last one to control?
Yeah, a tough one, and it's probably the second one. Hard to get as high. Well.
Yeah. The second one was hard to get as high, but it was more controlled.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, you get the catch. But then the repeated one, it's harder to basically control and keep that posture. So just use that with more advanced athletes. Start off with the dip and drive, and then progress to concentric only, and then do it repeated. This exercise is beneficial for hand speed. It's a med ball chest slam. So Callum's going to grab the medicine ball. He's going to hinge at the hips whilst having the med ball into the rib cage. He's got his elbows tucked in here. Core now switched on, lats switched on, and then we're driving into the floor, accelerating, giving that effort. Callum's got 5 kilo med ball here, but you could extend this to 8 or 10 kilos, especially because it's got good upper body strength. The main factors in this one is to make sure that posture stays aligned all the way through. A lot of people, when they come down into this position, try and generate as much force as they can and start trying to gain that momentum from kind of coming up. Callum's staying really strong in that posture there. His hamstrings are switched on. He's pulling in, using his lats, and then driving through. You can do single reps like Callum did there, or you can just go straight into it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like basketball.
Yeah.
So there. Good. So you can see Callum, because it's pulling into his chest dead quick, it's not pausing, it's actually getting increased hand speed. But I'd say to start off with a concentric only one, because you can see that Callum's really generating that force. It's improving rate of force development for the upper body. So them two exercises are fantastic for hand speed. We've got a range of different exercises that we can use that we've shot for video content for our YouTube channel or the Boxing Science membership. So here are a few exercises that you can start using in your training. Good, accelerate. Higher, come on. Good, last one. Good work, well done. Good. Straight down, torso comes straight down, load up that back leg. More power. Nice. Good, driving all the way through the movement. Start from that dead start, and drive up, good. Nice, so start off, yeah. And then we drop back into it, yeah. So on a little step, I want to hear that noise from your feet. So nice and snappy. Brilliant. Good. One more. Now, hope you've enjoyed it and taken a lot away that you can start putting into your coaching and into your training programs. If you've got any questions about the exercise techniques that we've used today, please leave them in the comment box below. And if you're not a subscriber to our YouTube channel yet, please hit the subscribe button and check out all the content that we've been putting up, from strength and conditioning workouts to highlights of here in the Boxing Science Performance Centre. Make sure you hit the subscribe button so you're not missing out. Hopefully see you on the next episode.